Hello everybody, welcome to John Woo Lai, last movie of the year. What's going on?
Yeah, a movie that we have already talked about.
Yeah, but don't click to that video yet, because this one will probably be better. And there's a nice video in this one.
And there'll be a nice video
yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
Yeah, and that episode was mostly about the remake anyway, so you don't even worry about that. Maybe after watching this video, go listen to that to see how we thought about the remake.
Yeah.
But yes, we're talking about The Killer 1989 today. Not to be confused with the 2023 David Fincher film starring Michael Fassbender.
Or the remake.
Not to be confused with the 2024 John Woo movie starring Natalie Emmanuel. No, this is the OG Killer 1989, directed by John Woo, of course.
That's right, because we realized that as much as we love John Woo, there's only so many John Woo Lies that we could do that talk about the classics. So
I mean, we could always dive into his Cinema City comedy run, or...
Yeah, and his wuxia stuff. All the stuff that he kind of got sick of doing and didn't really have much passion for after a while.
I mean, Heroes Shed No Tears was okay, and his heart definitely wasn't in that one.
Yeah.
So even at 70%, I think this guy's output is pretty good. You know, he's got lots of movies, Tavi. We could definitely keep doing this until you or I die. But yes, for now anyway, for this year, we're ending it off on a high, The Killer 1989. Hot off the back of A Better Tomorrow 2, which destroyed Sui Hark and John Woo's relationship. Even though Sui Hark is listed as a producer for this film. I know you've been watching some commentary and behind the scenes stuff. Tavi, so you might be able to...
since John Woo Live last year, there's just been a slew of very nicely packaged 4K releases of all the John Woo films. And I've got a couple of the Arrow ones. And I was telling you off air that I bought Bullet in the Head from the imprint distributor. Oh, it looks so nice, man. So this is probably the perfect time to start talking about these John Woo movies, and I really want them.
But, you were standing in front of them, just barely holding onto your money, Tavi. You're like getting all like Tony Leung teary-eyed looking at them, harmonicas playing in your ears.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I do have the Arrow one, and I actually really wanted to just sit there and troll through all the special features, and I watched a fair few of the interviews. It was pretty cool to hear, you know, a lot of John Woo's influences, and he really loves French New Wave. He really loves Jean-Pierre Melville.
Jean-Pierre Melville.
I'm pretty sure if John Woo was gay, he would have like sexy posters of Jean-Pierre Melville in his room.
100%.
Because his commentary is all about, I love the French film, you know, I love Jean-Pierre Melville.
I truly admire him.
It's almost, he just admits that he ripped off Le Samurai.
I love what he did in The Samurai.
I think it's just like,
it feels like he's just been trying to make Le Samurai for years. And who's to say, maybe he succeeded with this film, The Killer.
I mean, I like The Killer more than Le Samurai, to I guess the dismay of the French New Wavists that are listening to us at the moment.
John Woo would slap you in the face, Tavi. But anyway, let's start with the bullet points of the plot of this film, right? It's Chow Yun-fat at his finest. He's playing a contract killer named Ah Jong, or Jeff, or Mickey Mouse. He's got a couple of names. But he's a contract killer doing a job in a restaurant or a hotel where this singer named Jenny is performing. And during the ensuing gunfight, he accidentally fires his guns too close to Jenny's eyes and accidentally blinds her.
Ah Jong!
Yes, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in this film.
Ah Jong! It's funny because in the commentary, John Woo exclusively calls him Jeff because he's ripping off Le Samurai because it's based off Jeff. So it's officially Jeff. I think for me, it's just got to be Ah Jong. Ah Jong. It's Ah Jong, man. Ah Jong.
It's iconic, man.
Yeah, it is iconic. Yeah, just like yelling Ah Jong and Saibi.
Yes, there is a detective hot on Ah Jong's heels, goes by the name of Lee Yin, aka Dumbo, played by Danny Lee. He meets Ah Jong during one of Ah Jong's assassinations, but then quickly realizes that Ah Jong is different from all the criminals he's hunted in the past. He kind of falls a little bit in love with him. We'll get into it. But meanwhile, Ah Jong is falling in love with Jenny, so he's trying to do one last job to get out of the game and also earn enough money to take Jenny overseas where she can get a cornea transplant before she goes completely blind. So yes, the story kind of goes from there.
Yeah, this was Sally Ye's last role in a film.
She was more of a cantopop star, right?
Yeah, I think she's Canadian. She was mentioning that she doesn't think she acted very well in this movie. She recounts the story of John Woo coming up to her. He says, Sally, I've got this role for this movie for you, and it's all about you.
The girl is very important.
I mean,
just sort of-
he wasn't
yeah.
lying exactly. It is about her, but she is more of a plot device than a character.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, while technically not a lie, probably not what she was expecting, right?
She said she was prepping for being a blind character. I think she did actually interview like a few blind people, and she did learn to sort of move around her house like with the lights off, which is pretty amazing to someone that said, I don't think I did a very good job in this movie. But
It seems like she put a bit of work into it.
yeah, I think that is just Asian humbleness. So I did, 30, 40 hours every day preparing shit. But I think I did a pretty shit job. And
That's the mentality you get, Tavi, when you get slapped for getting a B on your report card as a child.
It's true, yeah.
Apparently, John Woo went into filming without a script for this film. Like he went into filming with a rough treatment, right? And he was kind of fleshing out the script as he went. So he himself probably didn't have a super strong idea on the direction that this was going to take.
From what I heard about John Woo's process, and a lot of the crew who worked on The Killer or any John Woo movies, they love working with him, but is very hard to work with because he doesn't have a shot list. And that's fucking insane for a movie that has this many explosions. And he was talking about one of the main scenes in this movie. There is a dragon boat race, right? And this is just before he shoots the politician. So that whole sequence is comprised of documentary footage that they shot for a separate thing, and then only a few hired boats, which is actually really fascinating.
Yeah, I was wondering that. Because the scene looks very organic. So I was wondering was this dragon boat race just happening at the time? Or did he have to hire all these guys?
It was happening. And apparently the editor was struggling because there was just too much footage to sift through. So John just said he just did it himself because he says the way that he shoots and edits, it's all in his head. In the wrong hands, this sounds like a nightmare. Like if someone told me this and they were pitching me to work on their film, I would be very hesitant to work with them because I
feel like you have done a project like that in the past.
I have.
I feel like you're speaking from experience here a little bit. I mean, it does sound like a bit of a nightmare to work with. And maybe that's part of the reason why John Woo's transition to Hollywood hasn't been all that successful or smooth. And maybe it's part of the reason why he had a bit of a falling out with Sui Hark around Better Tomorrow 2. Because yes, Sui Hark as well, he's got very strong opinions, but he seems like he's more on the commercial side of things, while John Woo is more on the creative side, right? Because Sui Hark still had a bit of a hand in the production of this film, even though he kind of didn't really want anything to do with it. He basically didn't want to work with John Woo again after Better Tomorrow 2. So John Woo had to find financing other ways as well. He had to approach Chow Yun-fat's production company, Golden Princess, as well as Danny Lee's production company to get funding for this film. But even then, Sui Hark was calling some of the shots. The music was his idea. The title song was sung by Sally Yee. Score does have a bit of harmonica, which is a John Woo thing, but it mostly consists of canto pop. What do you think about the score?
I mean, I liked all the canto pop. I think it suits it pretty well. It seems like it's mismatched. And even Sally says when she recorded the song and she watched the movie, she's like, I felt that this song doesn't really suit the movie. But in its sort of balletic, melodramatic John Woo universe, it works pretty well.
It does work. I agree.
Because if it was me, I'd probably put like Limp Bizkit or something in there. And like,
Are you thinking of Mission
cool.
Impossible 2, Tavi? Is that where the Limp Bizkit
I'm thinking like what music they would put in the 2000s, but now I'm talking. I mean, these days, what would it be now? Would it be like?
It would be Espresso, Tavi. With some Sabrina Carpenter in there.
Oh my god!
And who's to say that wouldn't work either, Tavi? But
I'm saying that wouldn't work.
But Sally Yee's music, I think it does work in this film, and I think it does work because it is a bit of a mismatch. Like a core element in this film is the romance as well between Ah Jong and Jenny, and that's kind of different to a John Woo film as well. So I think the female vocals kind of add a bit of needed femininity to this film.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So maybe this was a decision against John Woo.
I mean, Sui Hak, he knows what he's doing as well, yeah? Like, both of them know what they're doing. They just kind of want to do different things, and that has led to some creative differences. But, I mean, I think the finished product for this film is very good.
Oh, it's spectacular. Yeah.
Let's talk some of the action scenes. So this movie has a lot of action in it. I mean, it starts off with action. Very iconic scene in the restaurant. A very iconic look from Chow Yun-fat, right? Like, in terms of a body count, it's probably up there with, like, Hard Boiled as well as A Better Tomorrow 2.
Yeah, I think A Better Tomorrow 2...
The last scene has a lot, yeah.
Just has a little bit more because of the last scene.
Yeah.
But I think The Killer is probably the most John Woo movie you can get.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a strong religious background, and there was a lot of issues trying to get a church that would agree for them to do a shootout. I think they just built it. They just built a set. And the outdoor thing was like a different set altogether. So there was like 2 or 3 different sets involving that one scene.
Man, that's a lot of candles.
Yeah, like all the guns, they're not replicas either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they came from some armory from the UK because Hong Kong was still part of British colonial empire. So they were able to get those guns through those connections. And I think Detective Lee Ying or Danny Park is underrated in this film because I think he does an excellent job as the cop as well. Sort of matching but not over performing, you know, Chow Yun-fat's charisma, I would say. But
God damn, he's in love with Ah Jong though, isn't he? He fucking falls in love with him as soon as he sees him.
Yeah.
The way he describes Ah Jong is really funny. He's like, he doesn't look like a killer. His eyes are full of passion.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He acts like he has a dream. And like he's just staring at 1,000 hand-drawn sketches of Ah Jong.
And then there's a freeze frame. Is there a freeze frame?
It's probably a freeze frame on his like wry smile.
Yeah, John Woo, he stole that from some French cinema guy because he said during dramatic moments they would just freeze frame it. So yeah, I just took it. So he basically made it his own. He's the simulacra of freeze frames now. It's
his thing now.
Yeah,
it's like how Zack Snyder owns slow motion. John Woo owns the freeze frame.
Yeah, people hate it. I'm gonna try to bring it back. I'm gonna try to steal it from Woo and put it in my shit.
It can be your thing, Tavi.
But yeah, like there's that drug bust sequence where apparently they did that in like 1 or 2 takes because the neighbors were getting pissed off at them. It was being too loud. And then that whole sequence of them chasing the suspect onto the train, that was a nightmare for them to shoot. And I can imagine because you're shooting in public, there's all this gunfire. Yeah. You can only warn the police so much. And I think they got into a little bit of trouble with that scene because they sort of went over the top. And then I think the cops were like, you can't do this again.
I think that scene's definitely worth it. I like how much Hong Kong there is in this film. Like, you know, the tram and you got the dragon boats as well. And even the club scenes with Jenny feels very Hong Kong of the 80s.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Which lends a certain atmosphere.
What John Woo did say when he compared Hong Kong filmmaking to American filmmaking is that American filmmaking is much more professional because a lot more people know their roles, whereas in Hong Kong at the time, a lot of people didn't really know what they were doing. So John Woo said he really had to sort of teach everyone how to do stuff. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool because it is these sort of young guns who don't really know what they're doing. They've essentially made better films. He's essentially made better films in Hong Kong with the rookie crew.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? The professionalism that comes with bigger productions in the US. It's like, people know what they're doing and people have their individual roles, but there's also a lot of red tape to get through, isn't there? Which kind of can waste your time and money. But I feel like this is kind of like the Wild West of Hong Kong filmmaking from back in the day where it's just like run and gun, I guess. And that seems to work well with John Woo's process of just kind of doing it on the fly. So it's kind of like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, though. There's a lot of potential for it to go wrong as well. And it's quite a difficult process to replicate.
Yeah, I think talent is very important.
These films have a legacy for a reason, and it is because of talent. And not just the talent of John Woo, but the cast as well. And I can't believe we haven't brought him up yet, but the character of Feng, aka Sydney, played by Paul Chu Kong, he came out of retirement for this film as a favor to his mate Chow Yun-fat. real life mates, and you can definitely see the chemistry on screen in this film. He plays Ah Jong's handler. So this is where the Brotherhood aspect starts to come into play because this is a heroic bloodshed film. Of course, there has to be Brotherhood. And there's Brotherhood on multiple fronts in this film. Pretty much everybody has a brother in this film. But yeah, Ah Jong's got Fung. Li Yin's got, what's his partner's name? Sang?
Sang, yeah.
Played by Kenneth Sang, who is a John Woo
Sang.
mainstay.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the bad guy has a bro, Tavi. So the bad guy, I'm going to call him Johnny Wang, because that's how I remember him. He eventually hires a silent killer named Paul Yao to help him take down Ah Jong. Because Ah Jong is trying to get out of the game and there are rules to this game apparently, Fung kind of betrays Ah Jong. He kind of sets him up to get taken out by Johnny Wang's goons.
Yeah. I love how sweaty he is in this movie.
He's so
His
sweaty.
face, he's so tense. And then, like the big close-ups of his face is just so much sweat and tension
and tears
and nervousness. Oh, I love it. It's awesome. This is the kind of melodrama that you kind of live for these kind of films, but unfortunately cannot really be replicated now. Everyone is excellent in this movie. You know, the Johnny Wang, he's just one of those John Woo tropes of a villain. Like you see him in a movie, he's always a bad guy.
He's also a John Woo mainstay. Yeah,
because he's the one that he gets his like stomach slashed in A Better Tomorrow.
Yeah, he's the one with the battle axe in A Better Tomorrow too. Yes. Got a great goon face for sure.
Does he get his arm blown off? Because you know the bit where it's in the car park.
Ah Jong shoots him. I think that's part of the car, Tavi. Ah Jong goes to like double tap him, but I'm pretty sure he like ducks behind his car right in the nick of time. But yeah, a bit of the car blows off and it kind of looks like his arm is gone.
Because every time I watch it, it's like he's just blown that guy's arm off, but then he's just like he Resident Evil it back together. You know, just take a green herb. Like don't worry about it. Yeah,
and then he learns, Tavi. He learns to buy some body armor in case that happens again. Coward move, by the way, body armor. Yeah, so the plot is Johnny Wang, he basically hires Ah Jong to assassinate his uncle so he can become the boss of the organization. And then he decides to try to take out Ah Jong. See, this guy is just a straight up villain, man.
Just pay the guy, man. Just pay him. You might still be alive.
I mean, you're paying Paul Yao to kill him. Why not just pay Ah Jong to fuck off?
Yeah, true. He's just going to kill. Wouldn't Paul Yao be like, is he just going to get someone to try to kill me after I kill Ah Jong?
I mean, he kills him. Johnny Wang kills Paul Yao at the
kills
end.
him, yeah.
So, I don't give a fuck about that guy.
Yeah, I think John Woo was saying he tried to make this guy as unhonorable as possible. Because obviously, you know, Ah Jong is a killer who is essentially doing very bad things, but he's the killer with a heart of gold.
He saves that kid from the gunfight.
Saves the kid.
That's how Li Yin finds out that he's got a heart of gold. That's the moment he falls in love with him. But yes, John Woo plays with the idea of honor and chivalry, I guess, from both sides of the law. So Li Yin becomes conflicted between being a cop, but also helping Ah Jong because that's kind of the right thing to do in this situation, especially at the end. So like there's a point where they're getting sieged by Johnny Wang's men and Ah Jong is kind of like trying to defend them while Li Yin is very conflicted. He doesn't know what to do, but then he decides, and rightly so, to start helping Ah Jong in the gunfight. He comes out guns blazing. He's got a shotgun ready, Tavi, shooting all the bad guys.
At first I want to put a bullet in you and now I want to stay with you or something.
Yeah. He says
this is very like
something homoerotic. Yeah, for sure.
It's awesome, yeah.
But the smile on Ah Jong's face when Li Yin finally decides to help him is like, shit, this guy's down to clown. And then they go back to back, Tavi.
They go back to back.
Good. It's fucking epic.
I'm pretty sure there's a freeze frame there as well.
And they proceed to kill all of the bad guys.
Oh, it's so fantastic.
There's a lot of goons wearing white tracksuits in this movie.
Yeah, that's such a bold move because you can't hide if you fucked up the squibs or whatever, you know? Like these days they'd probably be wearing black or something where you don't have to add the extra blood splatter because, it's black, you can't really see it. But just practical filmmaking, it's just magic. This is the magic of films back in those days where it's not composited, it's not shot in front of an LED screen. It's not season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I've been seeing a lot of hate for recently.
Yeah, it's an intentional decision, but made for the right reasons, right? Like,
it's so good.
Let's put these guys in white for maximum impact. You know, we're paying for the squibs.
Yeah.
Let's definitely dress them in white so you get to see the squibs, as opposed to let's dress them in black so we don't have to do as much work visual effects wise.
Yeah, but I love John Woo's just commitment to his way of working or his philosophy. He's like, you know, I'm trying to make things look as beautiful as they can be. You know, that's why his gun style and his art style is so like balletic. It's just like he's not really too concerned with realism. It's just like, I'm just trying to make something that looks very explosive, that looks very fun, but looks beautiful at the same time. And I think that is all encapsulated, I mean, in all scenes of this movie.
Yeah, and especially in the church scene. Like, that church scene is designed to just be explosive. Like, there's so much splintering of wood in it. There's bodies flying everywhere, flying through chairs, flying through tables, flying off balconies.
Falling off scaffolding, rolling out of cars. Just knowing that John Woo did not have a fucking shot list, but everything looks so intricately choreographed. It's just amazing. And this is not an action scene, but we haven't talked about probably my favorite freeze frame of the movie. It's when Lee Yin, he's investigating Ah Jong, and then his partner sort of fumbling around, and then he like kicks the chair back and then slides and does like the action that Ah Jong did with the gun to his partner, and he falls over. And then there's like this dolly zoom to Lee Yin's face to like a big close up, and he does like this massive shit eating smirk, and then it freeze frames. Oh, I love it. So good. Freeze frame to crossfade. I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna steal that.
There's an even better freeze frame, Tavi, in the church scene. Like, they're just about to go outside to confront the bad guys one last time, and I don't know, they say some homoerotic shit to each other, and then they both give like a smile to each other, and there's like two back-to-back freeze frames on their smiles. It's quite impactful, because I think it's Ah Jong saying to Lee Yin, like, I want you to remember me a certain way, and then they do the freeze frame, so it's almost like that moment in time is captured in both of them, right? Like, you know, this is how they're going to remember each other.
Yeah. Well, until Ah Jong is killed. It's so tragic.
Yes, man.
It's really funny.
Well, let's set the scene up a bit first. So basically, the church has been shot to hell, and they're going outside to confront the bad guys for one last hurrah. It's kind of like a very Western ending to a film, right? It's like their last stand, So they go out, they start blowing everybody up. Paul Yao is still around, as is Johnny Weng, but, you know, most of the goons have been thinned out by this time. Sally is escaping with a priest. But then Johnny Wing kills the priest and takes her hostage. So he's got her at gunpoint. So Lee Yin tries to take Paul Yao hostage. It doesn't work.
Because Johnny just shoots.
Johnny just kills him. So then they're kind of like, shit, what do we do now? So it's a standoff where Johnny has Jenny at gunpoint and is telling both Lee Yin and Ah Jong to put their guns down. Ah Jong does put his gun down, to which Johnny just shoots him. But then as he's falling, he grabs the gun that is behind Lee Yin's back and like fires at Johnny and manages to get him in the side so that he releases Jenny. But as he's falling as well, you know, Johnny is emptying his clip basically into Ah Jong. He takes a lot of damage, and a lot of that damage is concentrated around the eyes somehow. So, you know, in a bit of poetry, I guess.
It is definitely for the poetry. You know, Ah Jong was trying to say, like, you can give her my eyes. And it's poetic because it's like, well, you're going to die and you can't give her your eyes. And then he's sort of crawling on the ground and Jenny's like, Ah Jong.
They're crawling towards each other. They're both blind at this point.
And then they miss each other. And it's really tragic and it's sad. And I think one of the producers at the time, they're just like, can you actually at least make them meet with each other? Like, at least grab each other's hand? And John Woo was just like, no. It's just like, nah, it's going to be poetic. It's going to be sad. That's the justice. But to those who are looking for a less dour ending, Johnny gets away and he runs to the cops and he's like, oh, I surrender, please let me go. And then Lee Yin rocks up and he's just like, oh, he's gonna kill me. And then he does kill Johnny. Shoots him.
He shoots an unarmed man.
Yes.
Justice.
And the movie ends with a crossfade of Chow Yun-fat playing the harmonica. But what actually happened was they actually did shoot the full ending for this movie. There is actually a happy ending. It's
Okay.
of Jenny at the airport, and she's gonna go to like the States, and then Lee Yin goes with her. So I guess he wasn't punished, but I think they just ran out of budget to edit it together. So John's just like, yeah, I'll just put the harmonica over it, which I think, yeah, it probably works better because it's more poetic and it's sad. But
Definitely
it's also,
works better.
The
I mean,
Hollywood side,
if you want to see the Hollywood ending, watch the Hollywood remake 2024, because that's what you get, and it's not as good, is it?
True. Well, I mean, that whole movie is pretty rubbish.
It's not great, but like we said, it's lightning in a bottle, this film. So even with John Woo at the helm of a remake, I don't think he could have done this again, especially in the Hollywood ecosystem. You know,
definitely not. Yeah,
it's just something about this film and this era of filmmaking as well that is conducive to producing really good art.
Yeah.
You know, obviously with the talent behind it. You know, even something chaotic can be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this film showcases, right?
And I guess the same can be said for Hard Boiled as well.
Yes, this film, along with Hard Boiled, did lead to John Woo eventually making his way into America, for better or worse. And it is great to see that they are getting their dues.
Finally.
Only, 40 years later?
Only
Better
40.
late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But the interest has always been there, but it's just now becoming commercially available to the West.
Yep.
So, you know, this era of filmmaking and these films, they will always exist. They probably won't be able to be replicated,
Yeah.
but they'll exist in some form or another.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
Some people might think it's cringe, but obviously,
You shut up!
you shut up. But yeah, fuck those guys.
It's not for them. You know, obviously these films have their audience, and that's why we're doing these videos. You know, I mean, we'd probably be doing this without an audience, to be honest, but it is great to
Yeah.
see that these films are well loved, and by extension, these videos are well liked.
Yeah.
So,
John Woo is the man. We'll keep doing John Woo Lie until we've run out of his films, and then, I don't know.
look forward to 2027. Paycheck, Blackjack,
Paycheck.
Silent Night, The Killer remake, all the hits. But for now, guys, I think that's it from us, right, Tommy?
Yes, please go and buy these movies. Get a 4K Blu-ray player before they stop making those, and then support these movies.
Show them to your friends.
Show them to your friends, man.
If they say they're cringe, chuck rice in their face.
Chuck rice in their face. Tell them to eat the fucking rice.
Eat your fucking John Woo movie.
It's like licking the box or something. It's a steel case box if you buy the imprint one, so they can lick it as
nice.
much as they want.
Yeah, metallic.
Okay, I think we're running out of steam.
Yeah.
I think we better wrap it up.
Thanks again. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check out our weekly podcast, Two Asian Blokes, where we talk about Asian pop culture. You can find us on all the podcast platforms. We'll see you next year for these videos.
See you later.